The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net. The Black Museum. Horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection, Orson Welles was both host and narrator for stories of horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection of murder weapons and various ordinary objects once associated with historical true crime cases. Walking through the museum, Welles would pause at one of the exhibits, and his description of an artifact served as a device to lead into a wryly narrated dramatized tale of a brutal murder or a vicious crime. In the United States, the series aired on the Mutual Network between January 1 and December 30, 1952. Beginning May 7, 1953, it was also broadcast over Radio Luxembourg, sponsored by the cleaning products Dreft and Miro. Since the BBC carried no commercials, Radio Luxembourg aired sponsored programs at night to England. In the United States, a program of similar scope, using many of the same picked cases as the Black Museum, and nearly mirroring its broadcast run, was broadcast by NBC called Whitehall 1212. The two shows were different in the respect that while Whitehall 1212 told the story of a case entirely from the point of view of the police starting from the crime scene, the Black Museum was more heavily dramatized and played out scenes of the actual murders and included scenes from the criminal's point of view. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
And now Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Bon danger.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to the Bob and Ray Show. Well, we've been racking our brains all night and all day. Trying to figure out how to work that silly horn in the show today, and it's impossible.
See, we really hang ourselves up when we give you those previews of the next day's show because we don't think of them until they're supposed to be heard.
Hey, am I off suspension yet?
Yes.
Oh.
Today you are.
Okay, well then I can push the horn.
All right. Well, then we promised a preview of a special automobile for the day, didn't we?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Webb. Now then, let's check in with Biff Burns, shall we, first of all? Biff, if you would.
Hi, and welcome to the Biff Burns Sports Room. This is Biff Burns speaking, and with the pennant race rapidly drawing to a close, I thought I'd run off a tape of the famous locker room celebration held the day the Boston Belters won the pennant some 23-odd years ago. Here, then, is that locker room celebration.
Hi, this is Hard. If you can't hear me, don't blame me. Hi, this is Jimmy Porter of the Porterhouse of Sports. And if you can't hear me, it's not my fault. Hey, Art, over here. Now, this is Art Beatty, the manager of the Boston Belters. Hey, if you can't hear me, don't blame me. I Art's trying to work his way over here, and in a few seconds we'll find out how most of the fellows feel about winning the... Hey, Art, over here!
Hi, Jimmy. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you, Art. Can you hear me? Hey, don't blame me if you can't hear me. The din here is really... is terrific. Art, how do the boys feel about winning the pennant? Are they excited?
Well, you can imagine. Hey, cut it up, John.
Hey, Don Stevens. Can you get over here a second, Don?
Jimmy, the boys feel just great about
Don,
winning.
wait a minute. Don Stevens. Hey, Don, can you hear me? Don? Can you get over here, Don?
Hi, Jimmy boy.
Don, this way.
Can you hear me?
Don, hey, don't blame me if you can't hear me. The din here is terrific.
Hey, Jimmy, pal.
Don Stevens. Hey, Don, where can we find the Grey Goose himself? Dick Simmons. Hey, Don, where's the Grey Goose?
Isn't this din terrific, Jimmy?
Hey, wait a minute. Here's Charlie Collie. Charlie Collie. Over here, Charlie.
Jimmy, isn't this great? Hey, cut it out, Cooney. Don't put that stuff on my head.
Hey, I just saw Joe Cooney. Yes, it's Joe Cooney. Hey, the din is terrific. I mean, I've covered a lot of events, but this is terrific. I hope you can hear me, that's all. If you can, it's not my fault. Hey, Jimmy Schwab, Jimbo. Hey, Jimbo, over here, boy. Can you make it over?
Hi, Jimmy. You ever see anything like this? I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, it's terrific, Jim. I've never seen anything like it. It's really tremendous.
I've never seen anything like this. Did you ever hear so much noise?
It's terrific. It's a real experience being down here. You've got to be down here to appreciate it, right, Jim?
That's right, Jimmy. We've been down here. They don't horse around, Brokey. Look, Vince.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Here's Vince Broggie. Vince Broggie, how do you feel? Vince?
Great, Jimmy. Feel great.
Vince, never feels great to be this moment to be a member of a tournament team like the Boston Builders.
I don't know if you can hear me, but Boston's Builder locker room is on the third base side under the stand.
I wonder if it's as noisy over there, because the din here is terrific.
And so it went. And a day some 23-odd years ago. And now this is Biff Burns saying, until next time, this is Biff Burns saying, so long.
Every now and then we take a survey to see how many people are whistling marches on the street. And our most recent one disclosed 2 people.
Yeah, well, I tell you, marches are very difficult to sing, and as a consequence, they're difficult to whistle.
It used to be quite a common sight to see people, hear people walking down the street.
So this particular part is difficult.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi.
Hi there.
Mel, come here.
And then there's another difficult part.
Sit down, Mel, huh?
They don't have whistling programs anymore either.
No,
They
that's
used
right.
to have
It's
shows
very
of
difficult.
Well, I suppose he's here for something, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Hi.
I'm Matt Torme.
Yeah, hi, Mel. How you doing, buddy? Look, we're trying to do a show.
Okay. Oh, he's here for the commercial.
And once again, Grand Motel. A speck of a place, a heck of a place, owned and run by Leonard Humphrey. Now, in the last episode, a rueful Leonard Humphrey lost a busload of passengers because of his bad business habits. So this week, Leonard had Mr. E.S. Carpley, the famous motel efficiency expert, flown in to look things over.
And that's it, Mr. Carpley. I was getting ready to check in 150 bus passengers when this lady asked for her continental breakfast on the spot. And when I wouldn't give it to her, the bus driver got mad and had all the passengers push the bus 70 miles to the next town.
Yeah. Well, what does your continental breakfast consist of, Humphrey?
Donuts and coffee.
Give me a second to think about this. Humphrey, how's the coffee served? In a container or a cup?
I serve the coffee in a container, Mr. Carpley. The drinker gets 3 lumps of sugar and a stirring stick plus the donuts, of course.
How long is the stirring stick, Humphrey?
Oh, about 6 inches, I'd say.
Well, if you cut the stick down to 3 inches, you could cut costs immediately on that.
You think so, Mr. Carpley?
Well, how many stirring sticks do you have on hand, Humphrey?
About 8,000, I guess.
Well, I think the number of stirring sticks you have on hand warrants you taking them to a sawmill for cutting.
Well, the coffee containers run 5 inches high. Don't you think the stirring stick should be a little too short that way?
Well, look, Humphrey, I'm trying to cut costs here. Do you have one of the sticks handy?
Yeah, right in my pocket here.
I'm going to snap this thing in half. Like so. Now, where do you keep the hot coffee and donuts?
I keep that stuff right next to the highway. I learned my lesson with impatient people.
Humphrey, the next car that rolls in here, if the people should happen to want the continental breakfast right away, I'd like you to give it to them and give them this 3-inch stirring stick too, see? And I'll stay in the background and watch.
Okay, Mr. Carpley. I think one's coming in now.
Say, do you know where the Best View Motel is, mister?
I sure do, ma'am. It's about 3 miles up the road, but I think I ought to tell you that they don't serve no continental breakfast.
Well, do you serve continental breakfast here?
Yes, ma'am. We serve a continental breakfast consisting of donuts and coffee at the Grand Motel. Care for some?
Well, it's 9 p.m., but you're so hospitable, I think I will have some.
All right, here she is, piping hot coffee. All I got to do is pour it in the container.
Why, it looks good.
How many sugars, ma'am?
2 sugars.
Right. Here she is, all ready to drink. And here's the donuts.
Thank you. Now, do you have something I can use to stir the sugar in the coffee?
Certainly, ma'am. Take this stirring stick here.
Well, it looks a little short.
I'm sure it'll do the job, lady. You go ahead and stir.
All right. Ow! My fingers went in the hot coffee. Mercy, it hurts. If I didn't have to be in Arizona by Thursday, I'd stay and sue you. Goodbye.
Hey, Carpley, did you hear that?
Yeah, now, Humphrey, if we cut down the containers an inch...
Get out of here, Carpley.
All right, sir.
And don't come back.
I'm sending a bill, though.
Wait till my daughter Naomi gets back from town and hears about this.
And so Leonard Humphrey is thwarted again in his attempts to put Grand Motel back on its feet. Be with us again soon as he mulls over the idea of renovation. Oh, ba-ba-ba-ba-boo. Mel, come on up here, will you?
Yes, because right now we have important news about fast relief for cold miseries.
Oh, and, Bob, that kind of news is always important, especially when it comes from 4-way cold tablets.
Hi, I'm Mel Torme, getting ready to record some new songs. I don't mind these rehearsal sessions, but I dread a nasty cold. What kind of music can I make with body aching, feeling hot and feverish? I have to shake off cold miseries fast. So I take 4-way cold tablets. Then I begin to feel better right away.
Good advice, Mel. 4-way's the fast way to relieve cold distress, even of virus colds. Clinical tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. In minutes, 4-way's exclusive formula speeds wonderful pain reliever into your bloodstream and all through your body. In the same time, the other leading brands showed no trace of pain-relieving medicines. None of the other leading cold tablets, only 4-way, started so fast to relieve all these cold miseries.
Relieves muscular pains, headache.
Reduces fever.
Calms upset stomach.
Also overcomes irregularity. Today, get 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those nasty cold miseries. 4-way, only 29 cents.
Thanks, Mel. Bob, where's the train?
Train today should be in Phoenix, Arizona, and Arthur Schrank with the Bob and Ray Trophy exhibit should be receiving a warm welcome from Homer Lane. All right.
Crazy.
Homer Lane is the manager at KOOL there in Phoenix. So come in, Arthur Schrank.
This is Arthur Schrank speaking from the rear platform of the Bob and Ray Trophy Trade here in the siding, close to the stockyards here in Phoenix. Standing beside me at the KOL microphone is Homer Lane. Homer, how are you, buddy?
Very good, Arthur, and we of Cool Radio here certainly welcome your train.
I wonder, sir, if you could answer a few questions that I know Bob and Ray would like to... Hi, everybody, this is Arthur Schrank. Mr. Lane, I wonder if you could answer a few questions that I know Bob and Ray would ask if they were here.
Well, I certainly will try if you just want to fire them at me.
How do you like it?
I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing. As I said, we've had some very good reaction to the various trophies on the train. I think Bob's bicycle clip was appreciated about as much as anything.
What did you think of Ray's sweatshirt from his track days?
That received a good amount of interest, yes.
Yeah, anything else, sir, that you'd care to comment on? I mean, what... Hi, Arthur Schrank. Do your clients like it?
We've got quite a few clients over here, and they all seem to be enjoying things.
Are they free?
They're all quite anxious to hear your midget sing.
Small assistant, don't let him hear you. That's there it goes, time.
Well, goodbye, Arthur, and give our best to Bob and
I
Ray.
hope you, all your friends, spent a lot of green, sir.
Right, well, lots of luck.
Goodbye. Okay, go ahead, Wallace.
Goodbye. I wish you all a last goodbye. I wish you all a last goodbye. Thank you, Arthur. And it's preview time now. Tomorrow, Natalie Attired will say another college song. We'll have a preview of that in just 10 seconds. What'll it be, Natalie?
Here it is right now, Eddie. That's all.
Till tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb. It's welcome back time for Arthur Godfrey, Monday on the CBS Radio Network.